Ah, the human mind. A complex, beautiful thing that can do incredible feats like solving quadratic equations or binge watching an entire Netflix series in a day. But let's be honest, it's also a bit of a disaster. Between stress, bad habits, and our tendency to overthink everything. We're all running around like malfunctioning robots, filtering reality through lenses we don't even know we have. Enter the 5 filters of the mind. These are the mental frameworks we use to interpret life, drawn from traditional Chinese medicine's 5 elements: wood, fire, earth, metal, and water. Sounds simple, right? Wrong. These filters shape how you perceive conflict, emotions, relationships, and even that awkward conversation with your boss last Tuesday. Let's break it down before your brain implodes. 1. Wood. Conflict and growth, also known as the let me fix this filter. If you're all about tackling obstacles, like you're starring in an action movie, congratulations, you've got a wood filter. This lens makes you ambitious, decisive, and good at telling people where to shove their bad ideas. But here's the catch. When it's off balance, you're stuck in a perpetual game of whack-a-mole, battling conflicts that sometimes only exist in your head. Frustration, anger, resentment. You're like a pressure cooker waiting to blow. Maybe take a walk and chill, yeah? 2. Fire. Connection and arousal, also known as love me, say that you love me. If you're fire dominant, life's about passion, excitement, and deep connections, or at least it is when everything's running smoothly. But when stress hits, you're a walking rom-com, cliché, craving attention and overstimulating yourself with drama. You're basically the person who texts, "Are you mad at me?" after a one-word reply. Tone it down, Romeo. Find some grounding before you burn yourself out. Earth. Worry and stability, also known as the mom friend filter. Oh, Earth types. You're the nurturing ones, always making sure everyone has snacks, a sweater, and a solid emotional support system. Sounds great, right? Until it's not. When Earth gets stressed, it's all worry, worry, worry. You obsess, you overthink, and suddenly you're spiraling about why Sharon didn't reply to your text from 3 days ago. Pro tip: not everything needs your care and attention. Learn to let go, or you'll exhaust yourself into oblivion. Metal. Reflection and power, also known as the control freak filter. Metal folks are all about structure, boundaries, and letting go, except when they're not, which is most of the time. At their best, they're calm, reflective, and full of self-worth. At their worst, they're clinging to grudges tighter than their last paycheck and turning everything into a power play. You've got to release the death grip, my friend. Life's messy, and sometimes you just have to roll with it. Water. Fear and resilience, also known as the doomsday prepper filter. Ah, the water filter, home to the introspective types who've got a survival instinct sharper than a tactical knife. You're cautious, wise, and resilient when you're not busy hiding under the bed, terrified of every hypothetical disaster. Stress amplifies your fears and turns you into the protagonist of your own disaster movie. Guess what? You're not going to die just because someone looked at you funny. Come out from under there and face the world. The modern problem. Stress, survival, and seeing life through the wrong filter. Here's the kicker. Most of us live in a constant state of low-grade stress. Fight or flight is basically the default mode now, and it's ruining us. Under pressure, we start viewing everything through lenses of power, metal, sexual attraction, fire, or conflict, wood. It's like we're cavemen trying to navigate the modern world, except instead of saber-toothed tigers, we've got emails and awkward Tinder dates. The result? Total chaos. Conditioned responses. Are you even you? Here's where it gets tricky. Sometimes your default response isn't even your real self. It's just a coping mechanism you've adopted over the years to avoid discomfort. Maybe you're a people pleaser because you grew up in a chaotic household, or you avoid conflict because your boss is a screamer. Whatever it is, these conditioned responses feel safe, but they're messing you up. Suppress your anger long enough, and congrats, your liver chi is now staging a rebellion. The hard truth: these coping mechanisms aren't who you really are. They're just bad programming, like a buggy app that needs an update. If you want to rediscover your true self, you've got to ditch the survival scripts and start living authentically. Easier said than done, but hey, no one said growth was comfortable. But don't be a hypochondriac about it. Now, before you start diagnosing yourself with 17 different imbalances, take a breath. The danger with learning this stuff is turning into a hypochondriac who sees every headache as a sign of impending doom. Chill out. Your body's pretty resilient, and most of this stuff is just part of being human. Stressing about your imbalances will only create more imbalances. It's like trying to put out a fire with gasoline. Don't do it. The bottom line: clarity, balance, and maybe a mentor. If you really want to sort yourself out, get some clarity on which filter is running the show. Are you angry all the time? Overly worried? Obsessed with control? Once you know, you can start balancing things out. Practices like qigong, meditation, or just having a good laugh at yourself can work wonders. And if you're stuck, find a mentor who can call you out on your nonsense while showing you a better way. Because at the end of the day, life's too short to live in a mental filter that makes you miserable. Learn to flow with the elements, and who knows, you might just enjoy the ride.